Hello, and welcome to another edition of Day Drinking with Kevin. In today's episode, we are going to pair 12 wines with 12 astrological symbols. So, depending on what month or what day you were born, we're going to have a special wine recommendation for you. And I have 12 very special friends to help share this with me. I've been trying for 3 years to get this amazing woman on a video, and she's going to tell us about being an Aries.
Being an Aries is the best, and we are March 21st to April 20th, and we are courageous, we are confident, we are bold, and a little bit spicy.
And when I think of bold, spicy wines, I think of Malbec.
I do too.
Absolutely. Tell me about maybe one of your favorite Malbecs.
Sure. One of my favorite Malbecs is the Alma Negra, which is from Mendoza, Argentina. It is sometimes a blend, and it's blended Bornada, but it is bold. It has a big fruit-forward note, a little spicy finish, and it is fantastic.
I particularly like it grilled and smoked meats.
Absolutely. Those Argentinian smoked meats with chimichurri. Wow,
Perfect.
chef's kiss.
I'm here with Brittney, and she's going to talk about being a Taurus.
Being a Taurus means that you were born between April 21st and May 21st, and you are strong, chic, and sophisticated.
And Brittney, when I think of those descriptions, I immediately start thinking about Châteauneuf-du-Pape. This is a wine from the southern Rhone Valley that has Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre, and almost like a sheet of music, you can hear each one of those grapes singing a different note. The Grenache sings the bright cherry and strawberry fruits. The Syrah sings the darker blueberry and blackberry fruits. And the Mourvedre sings the mushroom and earthy notes that keeps the entire sheet of music going. And the best part about it is, every time you take a sip, you hear another piece of the music. Well, I'm here with Alexis, and she's going to tell us about being a Gemini.
Geminis are born on May 22nd through June 21st, and they're known as a versatile social butterfly.
And as a social butterfly, I can only think about champagne. I mean, I use champagne to celebrate any day that ends in Y. And I think probably the most religious experience I've ever had is pairing champagne with French fries. If you haven't tried it, you need to do that. So, thank you. I'm here with Allison, and she's going to talk about being a Cancer.
So Cancers are from June 22nd to July 22nd, and characteristics are loyal, charming, and cherished by many.
And you know, when I think of those qualities in a wine, I think of Merlot.
Absolutely.
And you know, I was watching the Oscars yesterday, and I saw Paul Giamatti there, and I was like, bad Paul Giamatti. And I thought, you know, if people really understood that Merlot is some of the most amazing wines in the world, you think about all those wines from Pomerol and Saint-Emilion and even California, where they're rich, blueberry and plum, and pretty much go with anything like roasted duck or lamb. I want to give 2 thumbs up to Merlot.
2 thumbs up.
Kelsey, we have known each other for a very long time.
I know,
And
it's been forever.
it's really. And one of the things that I really like is that you're going to tell us about being a Leo.
Oh, I can't wait.
Absolutely.
Well, Leos are typically the playful center of attention.
And when are you born?
Between July 23rd and August 21st, typically.
And, you know, one of the things that I love about Leos is if I was going to pair a Leo with a wine, it would probably be a Shiraz from Australia.
That makes sense.
And, you know, when I think of Shiraz, I think of anything that's on the grill. Strip steak, rib eyes, clams. You know, those grill marks on the meat just make the Shiraz pop. Tracy and I are going to be in Australia in May, and we're going to have some very special videos from that area of the world. Can't wait to share them with you.
Can't wait to see.
I'm here with my oldest daughter, Amanda, who lives in Chicago, to tell us about being a Virgo.
Virgos are typically studious, yet grounded and reliable, and also gentle.
And when are Virgos born?
You know, they are born between August 22nd and September 23rd.
And when I think about being a Virgo, I immediately think about pairing Sauvignon Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, Tracy and I are going to be visiting New Zealand and Australia here in May, and we're going to be probably drinking a lot of Sauvignon Blanc. And Sauvignon Blancs from that area tend to be citrus and grapefruit and gooseberry and just wonderful with maybe seafood, clams, mussels, scallops, shrimp. Sauvignon Blanc also comes from Chile, and it also comes from the Loire Valley. And wherever it's grown, it takes on the characteristics of the environment that it comes from. Just like you, kiddo.
Thanks, Dad.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm here with my goddaughter, Alyssa, and she's going to tell us about being a Libra.
Libras are balanced, fair, and work well with others.
And when are they born?
They're born September 24th to October 24th.
And when I think of wines that have those characteristics, I immediately think of Rieslings. And whether they're German Rieslings or whether they're Rieslings from Australia, these are a sommelier's best friends. They're incredibly food friendly, great for sitting out on a deck on a hot summer day, and pair with almost anything, just like you. I'm here with Lauren, and she's going to tell us about being a Scorpio.
Scorpios are born October 25th to November 22nd, and they are passionate and motivated yet misunderstood.
And when I think about a passionate but motivated wine, I think about Pinot Noir. And, probably some of the most famous Pinot Noirs come from Burgundy. They come from Central Otago in New Zealand. They come from California. They come from Oregon. Pinot Noirs are like the Swiss Army knife of wines. They go with everything. Maybe a hamburger, chicken parmesan, pizza, filet mignon, beef burgundy. They're probably one of the most typical wines that you could have. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm here with Vanessa, and she's going to tell us about being a Sagittarius.
Hi. So Sagittarius, they're born November 23rd to December 22nd, and they are blunt, clear-thinking intellectuals.
And when I think of those qualities, I immediately start thinking about Cabernet Franc. And of course, Cabernet Franc from the Loire Valley is one of my favorites, from Chinon particularly. But here in Virginia, Cabernet Franc is also grown very, very well, and including the North Fork of Long Island as well. But when I'm thinking about Chinon, I think about that flinty, graphite-y flavor of the Cabernet Franc that goes so well with slow-cooked meats. I can't think of anything better.
I would absolutely agree with you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm here with Danielle, and she's going to tell us about being Capricorn.
Capricorns are born between December 23rd and January 20th, and they are typically ambitious, hardworking, and serious.
And when I have a wine that is described like that, I can immediately think of Cabernet Sauvignon. It is absolutely the workhorse of all wines. From left bank Bordeaux dominant wines from places like the Medoc and to California cabs that are big and bold and rich. Excellent for sitting on a leather couch, reading a good book, watching a Netflix movie, or enjoying with a steak.
Absolutely, agreed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, I'm here with my friend Lisa to talk about being an Aquarius.
Aquarians are born between January 21st and February 19th, and we are eccentric and one of a kind.
Well, Lisa, you certainly are one of a kind. And when I think about wines that are one of a kind, I think about orange wines, particularly wines from, say, the country of Georgia. They macerate on the skins for extra long, and it grabs all that flavor from the skins, and it really kind of makes a one-in-a-kind wine. So, if you have an opportunity, try some orange wine. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm here with the birthday girl, Ashley, and she's going to tell us about being a Pisces.
So Pisces are born anywhere between February 20th and March 20th, and we are categorized as creative, romantic, and artistic.
And when I think about those qualities, I think about rosés. And rosés from around the world. Yes, we have some southern French Grenache rosés that are amazing. But when we talk about rosés, we can have rosés made from any grape varietal, from any country, from any region. And that's what kind of makes rosés special is they aren't sweet. And I like to tell people, you know what, try this one, because what you're going to find is that it's dry and crisp and food friendly. It goes with almost anything. So, if you're a Pisces, think rosé. Well, there you have it. 12 wines with 12 astrological symbols. And I want to thank all of my special friends for helping share them with you today. If you like this episode, consider giving it a thumbs up and leave comments down below. And if you haven't yet signed up for Day Drinking with Kevin, I would appreciate you doing so. Until next time, this is Kevin McGuire saying, salute.